kia ora, whakalofa atu, and no mai hoki mai. Welcome back to this week's podcast episode. I am so glad that you're here. If you're watching on YouTube, you would see my new coucherino. If you follow me on Instagram, which I hope you are, sister, you would have seen the debacle about the colour of the chair because it's not the colour that I thought it was going to be. But what do you think? Does it look okay? I have some pillows and some throws, some orangey, and then me, I'm just a blast of orange. I put a little sign up, and I've got my orange flowers and shit here as well. So let me know what you think. Somebody said it looks like the Simpsons couch, or it's giving Simpsons couch, and I was like, that's exactly what I thought, because I did email the place and say, hey, I want to return it. They are not replying, so part of me is like, should I just keep it, because I do kind of like it. I don't know, we'll see. This week's podcast episode is all about complaining and to stop doing it. And I want to preface this by saying, sometimes we're going to complain. There are things we will complain about, and it is okay sometimes. But this podcast for those people who complain all the fucking time, 5, 10, 15 times a day, complain about the same thing day after day, month, week, year, and it's the next year and the next year, and they do nothing about it. This is the podcast for you. And I really, really hope that it helps you, because this complaining is actually going to stop you from living your best life. Now, it's a natural thing that we do when we're frustrated, when we're stressed out, when we're overwhelmed. We tend to complain. When things don't go the way that we think that they should go, we complain, right? But I want to talk about the difference in just complaining and also doing something about it. Complaining really stops you from living your best life. It really reinforces this negative mindset, this negative life. And I want you to think about, like, your words. They create your world, right? They shape your reality. They influence your life, the way your life is, the people around you, all these kinds of things, right? So it's so important that what we are saying, we're very, very intentional with it. And when we complain, we're giving our power away, right? We're allowing this thing to control us, or we're saying, you control me. We're giving our power away to it, and that we can't do anything. We can't do anything in this space. But when we choose our words carefully, we get to take the power back. We get to choose what we want to do. We get to find solutions. We get to decide how we want to see certain situations. So low-key, you go from a victim mindset to a mindset of empowerment. And the energy that goes behind it as well. Like, have you ever been around someone who complains about a lot, and your energy is just like down? It's not, high and uplifting and inspiring, all the things. It's just like you see everything bad with the world. You go into this negative mindset. You complain about, the smallest things. You don't have that control. And then it's just like a downward spiral from there. It's like one thing goes wrong, then you see another thing that goes wrong, and another, and there's always going to be something to complain about in the world, right? But it's choosing to see things the other way. It's choosing to get into that solutions mindset. So one thing that really helped me, because don't get me wrong, I used to be a complainer in the past, and sometimes I can still seep into that. I can still seep into a day where I'm like, holy shit, I've complained a lot today, right? So one thing is the awareness, right? Becoming aware of what we say, our words that we speak out into the world. Are they good? Do they help us? Do they serve us? What's the point of saying them in the first place? Are they good? Or if you realize, oh, that's another complaint, I'm not going to say that. Count how many times you complain a day. Is it a lot? Is it more than 10? Is it 5? Was it 2 one day and maybe 10 another day and 15 another day? Like, be really so aware. What is your top complaint? Is there one complaint that keeps coming up over and over again? So be so aware. And then second is getting into that action mindset. If it's something that you keep complaining about, I hate my job. It's like jumping in a solutions mindset. What can I do about this situation? Can I update my CV? Can I look on Seek? Can I look on whatever to look for jobs? Do I go out and apply for new jobs? Do I talk to my manager or my boss and see if I can be moved into a different area or moving up? Or what is it? Why am I not happy in my job? Is there something I need to work on? Blah, 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 right? So it's creating the solutions mindset, because the last thing you want to do is complain And I've seen this, and it breaks my fucking heart when I see these people that I've known for years, and they come back and I see them 5 years later and they're complaining about the same shit. It's like, baby, please don't be that person. Please don't be the person that complains about the same shit and doesn't take charge and doesn't do things and sits in a victim mindset and in that fucking victimhood. Do something about it. You know, if you fucking hate your job, if you hate the amount of money that you're making and you want to make more money, if you hate the way that you look, if you work on that shit. If you wish you had a partner, stop complaining about that shit. Start doing something to start becoming the person that attracts a fucking incredible partner. You become the incredible partner. It's like, fucking do something. Stop complaining. Stop sitting around complaining, because that's the easy way out, and go fucking do something. And a part of going to fucking do something, go get around people who inspire you, who uplift you, who are living the life that you want. Go hang around them. Go be inspired by them. Go ask them questions. How did you start that business? How did you make that money? How are you making 100K a year? Get a coach, get a mentor. Start getting yourself in different places. Because if you have a bunch of friends who enable or who allow you to complain and shit, maybe you learn complaining off them because you're just a group of people that sit around and complain. Makes sense. You become a product of your environment, but choose something different. Step out of that community and go find other friends who uplift you, inspire you, empower you, who will help you get the life of your dreams, who are go-getters, who are action takers. Your environment is so important to protect your energy. Start working on you. And just know it's a journey, right? Practice. It's a journey. Keep going. You know, it might be you might complain 15 times a day and then notice the next day's 14 and then next week 13 and then next week 12. And it's like becoming less and less, you know, doing something about it. Keep on that consistency. And I actually want to close with this because I feel like we're not grateful enough, me included. Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, fuck, did I say thank you for all the blessings in my life? Have I sat down and really taken time to actually take in all the fucking blessings around me that I'm getting right now? Especially the last couple of weeks. It was just my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I was so blessed with just like love, kind words, obviously gifts as well. And sometimes it's easier to notice when you've been physically given something, but it's just the way that the world's set up for you, that you have a roof over your head, that you get to walk, you know, that you have legs, that you have a job. I remember when I used to be broke as fuck, and some days I'll be at my job now and I'll be complaining, and it's like I have to remember those days where I begged for a job, where I was willing to take any job possible because I needed money so bad. So it's, you know, having that gratitude that you have food on your table. It's like, be grateful and also strive for more and strive for better. So yeah, start becoming so aware of what comes out of your mouth, sister. And start taking action. Be grateful. Fucking take action. Please take action. I'd hate for you to come back in a year's time. Actually, I want to say, you probably are taking action. If you're listening to this podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, you probably are taking action to becoming a better person. So keep fucking doing that, right? Keep doing it. You might even want to send this to someone who does fucking complain. This is a call out to you. If a friend has sent you this, they're probably low-key telling you that you complain a lot. And I don't want it to set out as such a bad thing. It's just becoming aware of it, right? And doing something about it. And this is kind of like the kick up the butt, where it's like, and I've had people very close to me where I'm like, okay, this is the same complaint you said 10 years ago, so maybe it's time to do something about it. And who knows, they might do something about it and they might not, but it's just then I have to protect my energy and I have to go elsewhere and I can't be around that. But yeah. So yeah, that's the podcast. If you're complaining too much, this is your call out. Stop complaining and start taking action. Start taking control of your life. I love you. Ka kite, koe kia.